Hello, my name is Darren Coffin, and the purpose of this video is to show how to configure Kilt CMS. This video will pick up where I left off last time, which was how to install Kilt in a new Rails 4 application. And when it comes to configuring Kilt, there are two things you really need to consider, and they are control to the admin section, and by default Kilt uses basic HTTP authentication. And the second thing is file storage. And out of the box, Kilt supports storing files to the local Rails application or to Amazon S3. So let's go back to the admin section. I'm going to log in again. So since I'm using the base install, I have a warning that tells me I need to change my username and password because I'm using the default ones. So to do that, I'm going to open up the config folder. When I installed Kilt, it created a new folder called Kilt, and it has two configuration files in it. One is config.yaml and one is credentials, or creds.yaml. I'm going to open that one up, and inside there's a section for auth with the username and password. Here's where I can change the username and password used to get into my application. So I'm going to change that to my name of Darren Coffin and save the file. Then I'm going to log in again with my new username and password. The warning goes away and I've gotten in. And after I've done this, I can also delete the default auth section, which is only there just to warn people about the default username and password. So that covered, let's get into file storage. So out of the box, Kilt has one object defined. So I'm going to create a default or new test bagpipe, and I am going to go ahead and save a file. And I'll just take a picture of some buttons here and store that. Click save. Okay, so I have one new bagpipe named test, and if I go down to image, you can see it saved that picture that I took. Now for where that file is stored, we have to go to the config section and go to the storage section of the config file, and you can see the strategy used is local. And what that means is every file that's created will be saved to an uploads folder in the public folder. And if I go to image, you can see that's where the file was saved. Now that usually won't work very well. I wouldn't probably do that in production, so if you want, you can change the strategy to S3, save the file, and then we'll go back to the creds file. And there's a section where you can enter in the S3 key, secret, and bucket. Once you do that, all the files that you store in the Kilt admin will be stored to S3 and put in a place where you can easily pull them back out. So that's all there really is to configuring Kilt. If you have any more questions or want more information, you can go to the project on GitHub. And again, there's my information. Thank you very much.